So let's talk about the National Association of Realtors, NAR. It's America's biggest trade association, a real powerhouse in real estate for more than 100 years. But right now, it's at this massive turning point, facing a crisis so deep that it's being forced to completely rethink its entire future. We're going to break down exactly what's going on.
I mean, that's a huge question, isn't it? When an organization that's been around forever suddenly launches this massive multi-year plan just to prove its worth to its own members, well, something has gone seriously wrong behind the scenes. This isn't just some minor adjustment. This is a full-on five-alarm fire kind of response to a really deep crisis.
And that really gets us to the heart of the issue. On the outside, NAR looks like this untouchable giant. But internally, the organization is dealing with a profound crisis of trust. Its own members, the very people it's supposed to serve, are questioning the value it even provides. Check out this number. This single figure pulled right from NAR's own internal survey says pretty much everything. 49%. That's the percentage of members who said they were satisfied. Now, you might look at that and think, okay, almost half, that's not terrible. But hold on, because that number is hiding the real story.
Okay, so here's the full picture. That 49% satisfaction rate looks a lot different when you see that a combined 51% are either neutral or actively not satisfied. Think about that. When more than half of your paying members are basically saying, meh, or I'm not happy, you've got a fundamental problem on your hands.
So why is everyone so unhappy? Well, it's kind of a perfect storm. The organization's been getting hammered by lawsuits over commissions. Internally, there have been some really serious accusations about a toxic culture of fear. And all of this has just chipped away at the trust in the brand, leading members to ask that one simple, brutal question: what am I actually getting for my money?
In response to all this, NAR's leadership isn't just plugging leaks in the dam. Nope, they've launched this incredibly ambitious, sweeping turnaround plan. And the scale of it is, well, it's something else.
Get this. We're talking about a 3-year strategic plan made up of 75 different projects. The goal here isn't just to make people a little happier, it's to fundamentally transform the entire association from the ground up, and maybe even reshape the real estate industry while they're at it.
Okay, so 75 projects sounds like a lot. How do you even organize something like that? Well, they've broken it down into 4 key pillars. Each one is designed to tackle a root cause of the problem. First, improving market insights. That's a direct answer to that what's the value question. Second, transforming the budget, which is all about transparency and rebuilding trust. Third, modernizing the association to fix that internal culture. And finally, elevating the brand, because it has taken a serious beating lately.
And you don't just have to take my word for it. This quote from NAR's new CEO, Nikia Wright, really says it all. I mean, wow. That is a remarkably honest admission. She's not getting defensive. She's looking the problem right in the eye and saying, yeah, we messed up. It's on us to prove our value.
And here's some proof that it's not just talk. For the first time in its history, NAR is going to release an annual report. This is a huge deal and a direct response to that lack of trust. The goal is simple: open up the books, show members exactly where their dues are going and what they're getting in return.
This whole thing isn't just about surviving the next couple of years. The leadership is framing this massive effort as a foundational reset, something designed to secure the organization's place for the next century.
And the plan itself is pretty smart. It's designed to deliver results quickly. Some of these 75 projects are quick wins, stuff that can knock out in about 4 weeks. Others are bigger, more complex, and might take up to 18 months. But the promise is that the whole shebang will be done within that 3-year window.
So here's the bottom line. Leadership sees this as a once-in-a-generation moment. They're not just trying to patch up the current problems, they are explicitly trying to build a brand new foundation that will let the National Association of Realtors succeed for the next 100 years.
This quote from NAR President Kevin Sears just brings it all home. He's signaling a major shift here. He's basically saying the time for asking for patience is over. Now, he says it is time for members to hold leadership's feet to the fire and demand results. That is a powerful and risky thing to say.
Which leaves us with the million-dollar question. The plan is ambitious, the leadership sounds committed, but the challenges are absolutely huge. Can 75 projects over 3 years really turn around an institution this old? And more importantly, win back the trust of the very people it's supposed to serve? I guess only time will tell.